So, as always, let's begin. Let's open our Zabbix Summit with a keynote from our CEO and founder, Alexei Vladishev. Alexei, welcome on the stage.
Yeah, so good morning, good morning. It's such a pleasure to see so many of you here today in Riga. It's such a nice day for me. Yeah, it's a great chance where we all can meet. Well, finally, because normally we communicate, I don't know, over internet, but now finally in one place, so we can talk to each other, we can learn from each other. I think this is a really great place to be. Today, I would like to talk about a few topics. First of all, I would like to tell you about the current state of Zabbix. Current state of Zabbix as a company, current state of Zabbix as a product and as a products. Also, I'd like to think about and share my thoughts about the value of Zabbix. I mean, what Zabbix brings to the world. And also, of course, we are right now just in the middle of the development of Zabbix 8.0 LTS. This is our new major release. I don't have much to show. I don't have much to display right now about Zabbix 8.0, but at least I will give you a very detailed information about, maybe not so detailed, but high-level information about what is coming in 8.0 LTS. And of course, there will be many updates on existing products and a few interesting announcements. But first of all, yeah, this year we are celebrating 20 years anniversary of Zabbix company. Zabbix product is, I think, Zabbix software is about 24, 25 years old. But for us, 20 years anniversary of the company is really kind of a huge milestone. And it's also, I think it proves that, well, it's possible to build a company and sustainable business on top of free and open source software. Yeah, I think Zabbix is a good example, and maybe to some extent it might be kind of a role model for other guys to follow our way. And using this opportunity, on behalf of all Zabbix team, I would like to thank all of you, Zabbix partners, Zabbix customers, Zabbix users, community members, all contributors, for your great support over this year. So guys, thank you very much. Thank you. So I think 20 years we've been delivering value, well, for everyone. I think for users, for businesses, for maybe for people who don't even know that they use services which are monitored by Zabbix, and that's why the services may be more reliable, maybe they work faster and perform better. So I really think, yeah, it's been a long journey. So, but it's the past. But we are here to talk about present, and we talk about the future. And we've been growing over these years. Right now, Zabbix team is more than 200 people across 4 different offices, 4 different locations. We have offices in Latin America, here headquarters in Riga, in Japan, of course, also the company in the United States, and we've been growing over these years. And in order to support this growth, we just moved to the new office. I know that some of you already been there yesterday, maybe a day before, and this is our new base, so to say, Zabbix base. Yeah, so it's more comfortable. It has more space to grow, and I think it will be a good home of Zabbix headquarters for many years ahead. And you guys are very welcome. If you have opportunity, if you're in Riga somewhere around, yeah, feel free to come to us, to visit our office, to see how we work, what we do. If you look at the Zabbix company, so over many years we've been trying to be closer to our users, yeah, closer to partners. We wanted to better support our community, customers, partners, and users. And this is, I think, the reason why we expanded globally. Yeah, we expanded, and over the years we opened the companies in different parts of the world. And I have to say, we are still considering opening a new offices and acquisitions. And speaking of which, I'm really, really excited to announce the acquisition of IZI-IT company, our long-time partner from France. Super excited about it. I'd like to please welcome Steve's team. If you don't know IZI-IT, you know Steve, for sure. Yeah. Yes, please. Yes, please. IZI-IT team. And yeah, and the reason, of course, the main reason of this step is to have a stronger support for French-speaking Zabbix users. We're talking, of course, first of all about France, but it's not only about France, it's about Canada and some French-speaking African countries. So this is the main reason. And IZI-IT, by the end of this year, to be completely transferred to Zabbix France. It will be renamed. All right, yeah, Steve, IZI-IT team, welcome on board. Yeah. What else? Zabbix Academy. Well, last 2 months were super busy for us, I have to tell you. Yeah, so we moved to a new office, and we also, just 1 week ago, we have introduced the Zabbix Academy. So what is Zabbix Academy? Zabbix Academy is an online platform to learn to study about Zabbix. It's basically a collection of very kind of high-quality one-day courses about different topics on Zabbix. Okay, you want to deep dive into network SNMP monitoring? We have a course about it. You want to deep dive into visualization, how to take most of Zabbix visualization capabilities? We have a special course about it. So this is addition to what we already have. We have ZCP, Zabbix certified, especially Zabbix certified professional and expert courses. But this is additional things that you may learn at your own pace. This is online platform. You don't have to reserve 3 days in your calendar or 5 days in your calendar. No, you can learn anytime from anywhere using mobile application, or using mobile phone, or maybe using your laptop. So this is a really great addition to the portfolio of Zabbix products. And also, Zabbix Academy is available at academyzabbix.com. Feel free to join. We have both free courses and a premium paid content. Yeah, so there are free courses as well. And by the end of October, we offer a special 20% discount. But the good thing about Zabbix Academy is that if you're a customer of Zabbix, yeah, if you have, Gold, Platinum, Enterprise, Global subscription, you also get a free seat. If you're a partner of Zabbix, you also get a free seat. Yeah, so you don't have to pay for Zabbix Academy. So this is another advantage to be a customer of Zabbix. What else? Zabbix Cloud. This is another very important product for us. It's basically Zabbix in the cloud, enterprise SaaS platform. It was launched around 1 year ago, and it still got a very good traction. Yeah, we see that more and more users. Right now, mostly the smaller users, but we kind of the users from SMB, smaller mid-sized businesses. But Zabbix Cloud, I think, is really a great product because it's really some sort of kind of trouble-free Zabbix. Okay, you go to Zabbix Cloud, with a few mouse clicks, you have Zabbix instance up and running. And you don't need to care about maintenance. Like, okay, the backups are there. Okay, the latest security patches are applied. We do automatic upgrade to new minor releases. So it's basically a kind of, we don't have to care about the maintenance things. And of course, we pay a huge attention to the security. And I have to say that in Zabbix Cloud, all Zabbix nodes are fully isolated. Yeah? So nothing is shared. Yeah, so no shared CPU resources between different Zabbix nodes, no shared memory, no shared storage, shared nothing approach. Yeah, and of course we want to be compliant with ISO certification already there, and SOC 2 certification is coming early next year. I think that also Zabbix Cloud provides the lowest total cost of ownership comparing to maybe competitive products on the market. And the reason is that we do provide fixed, predictable pricing, which depends on the level of performance, all right? So we pay fixed pricing for the level of performance we need, and also for the amount of storage we need. And basically that's it. Super predictable and super easy to plan and maintain. And also, I think, well, Zabbix Cloud, but okay, for example, I don't have my infrastructure in the cloud, for example. I have a hybrid infrastructure, whatever, so how can I use Zabbix Cloud? But really, I think Zabbix Cloud is a great product for hybrid use when we may have, for example, the distributed infrastructure across different data center on-prem, or maybe we have something in the cloud, like Kubernetes, and then we want to have a centralized views, kind of single pane of glass. That's why we may use the Zabbix Cloud in a combination with the Zabbix proxies. Yeah, so proxies is a real superpower. Yeah, if you want to monitor a remote data center, all right, we install a proxies or a cluster of proxies there, which will report to the central Zabbix Cloud instance. Super cool. Another great thing about Cloud is this year we released support of organizations. Organizations, this is a way how to group your nodes, your instances. And it has so many use cases. Like if you're MSP type of company, you provide services for your customers, so you can split it by organizations. You can split all nodes by organization with different user rights and with different permissions for each organization. So this is super, super important. And, or you can split, for example, you have production systems and maybe test Zabbix. Again, different teams will be responsible for different Zabbix nodes. Yeah, so if you haven't tried it yet, try it now. Yeah, we do provide a free trial, so it's very easy to get started. I've been thinking about what creates Zabbix? What is the foundation of Zabbix? And of course, there are some kind of very important characteristics of Zabbix. I think one is, of course, that Zabbix is a free and open source product. And we continue, and we want it to be free and open source. Yeah? It's been free and open source for 20 years, for more than 20 years, and it will be free and open source for even more years, I hope. From the very beginning, we've been very much focused on the quality of this and the security and the stability on and efficiency of Zabbix software. From the very beginning, maybe at the very, very beginning, when Zabbix just started, when maybe it was a small product, it was really focused maybe on the server-side monitoring, maybe on the monitoring, SNMP-based monitoring. But of course, a long time ago, it's already transformed into extremely kind of universal solution. The solution that can be used for many, many different use cases, for monitoring, for observability, for many other things. And it's all in one solution, which is really important. So we don't have to build our monitoring solution out of different, maybe unrelated components. Actually, Zabbix delivers a lot. It delivers all layers. It delivers data collection, it delivers problem detection, delivers visualization, delivers notification, and it will deliver in even more in the future. So, speaking about the value, okay, we have Zabbix. It's monitoring tool, but what value Zabbix delivers to the world? And I think I've been thinking about it. Yeah, I've been thinking about it quite a lot. Yeah, so how to define in one sentence, yeah, in a few words, what is the main value of Zabbix for users, for those who use Zabbix. And I think the main value is in this feeling of the confidence. If you use Zabbix, if you are responsible for my part of IT infrastructure, I'm responsible for, say, if I'm from aerospace industry, Zabbix is used to monitor my control tower. I know that if I use Zabbix, Zabbix constantly checks that everything is fine, the equipment, hardware, software of the control tower works. I know that the equipment works, it works. If I'm from education, I'm in charge of high-performance cluster, big high-performance cluster, which is monitored by Zabbix. I know that it works, yeah, because it is monitored by Zabbix. And if it doesn't work, I will be notified immediately. I could be from a healthcare industry, and if Zabbix is used to monitor some healthcare, some medical equipment, then I know that my medical equipment works if I use Zabbix. If I'm a telco, I know that my network or SDN or cell towers, they work. So whatever industry we might be, and we have customers from so many industries, I think, well, it's everything, like finance, retail, transportation, aerospace, government, healthcare, well, you name it. And if we use Zabbix, we can be confident that it works. Our business, and by business we can understand anything. The thing which we take care, it works. And actually, this is our new message to the market. Your business works. We use Zabbix. It means that your business or my business works, and I know it. It's very verifiable knowledge. I can verify it. I can go to Zabbix, I go to Zabbix dashboard, and I see everything is green, everything is fine. If something doesn't work, all right, I receive a notification. So, and this is, your business works, you know it, it's our new message, it's our new slogan to the market. So, but Zabbix is, of course, is not perfect product. There are no perfect products. And if I ask you, what are the limitations of Zabbix? And I think, depending on whom I ask, I can get different answers. You may tell that, all right, Zabbix lacks some APM functionality, or Zabbix lacks, well, support of NetFlow or better monitoring of network protocols. No network topology out of the box. However, of course, we have solutions from our partners also regarding the NetFlow monitoring, also about the topology. You may combine Zabbix with other solutions on the market, and you get it. Log management or large-scale log management probably is not the thing that you would do with Zabbix right now. Maybe some custom reporting that Zabbix doesn't provide out of the box, so you have to use some other tools. And well, many things actually, yeah, many things. Depending who I ask, I think I will get so many different questions. But now let's talk about 8.0 and to see how some of these requests or shortcomings will be covered. First of all, what are the main directions and what is coming in 8.0? I will talk about major things today. First is AI. And by AI, what we are talking about here, I think we are talking about here about the MCP, yeah? MCP gateway, so that AI tools, other AI tools, can talk to Zabbix directly. So you can ask in your natural languages questions. You can ask Zabbix to do something. You can ask Zabbix to tell to give you, I don't know, give me a list of problems in this data center. Okay, please tell me when the last time we had problems with this cluster and things like that. So this is kind of AI gateway between Zabbix and different AI tools, AI agents. This is the first thing. Another thing which is super, super important is a complex event processing engine, yeah? I've been talking about complex event processing for quite a few years, actually, yeah? This been in a roadmap for maybe for 7.0, maybe even 6 something, if I remember correctly. But we've been postponing over to other releases. And the main reason is because we try to find a good kind of design, a good technical solution, good implementation. And we found it, So the complex event processing is coming. It will be part of 8.0. And another big thing, and as you can see, there are many big things in 8.0. We want to deliver something very valuable in 8.0 LTS. It's very important release. APM, application performance monitoring, and support of OpenTelemetry out of the box. Yeah, super, super important. Because I see many companies, they use Zabbix to monitor absolutely everything. The whole, I don't know, the whole layers of the infrastructure, maybe application, but kind of a limited support. You cannot get the tracing information. And absolutely everything except tracing, except OpenTelemetry, because Zabbix is not capable of doing this right now. And the scalability, we cannot talk about OpenTelemetry without scalability. We cannot talk about large-scale log processing or log collection without the scalability. So let's talk a little bit about complex event processing engine. And complex event processing is we may think of it as a kind of advanced preprocessing for problems, for events. So we have a stream of events or problems which are generated by Zabbix, but then we want to create an order. We want to understand what is more important, what is less important, eliminate what is not needed, get rid of some duplicates, do some filtering, do some normalization for events. Maybe we want to automatically close some events which are older than 24 hours. Maybe we want to increase the severity of the problem if it's already there for 1 hour, so we kind of escalate it. We may have kind of time window functions if, for example, if there are more than 100 of events per second coming from one device, then all these 100 events will be converted into a single event. Yeah? So many different scenarios will be possible. Pattern matching, also super important, and especially if we want to use this for kind of security-related monitoring. When we have one event, and then maybe after 10 seconds another event came, and maybe another event came. They're kind of independent, but they all together, because they are in exactly this sequence within a specific time frame, they create a new event. Yeah, you see what I mean? So that so complex event processing is it serves a few goals. The most important one is to get rid of what we don't want to see in a list of problems. Yeah, this is one thing. We want to see only root causes. We want to understand what is more important, what is less important. And this is a primary goal of the CEP engine. And one thing, and another thing, it will enable in the future, maybe not now, maybe not necessarily next day, but in the future use of Zabbix for CM, as a CM system. I've been talking about the OpenTelemetry, and OpenTelemetry is about complex data. Yeah, OpenTelemetry data. If you, how many of you know what is OpenTelemetry? All right. So OpenTelemetry is JSON data, which gives you a very detailed information about kind of transaction flow. User connects to your web application, And then using OpenTelemetry data, we may tell how much this request spent in the different parts of our kind of transaction processing. For example, how much it spent on the Apache side, how much time we spent in Redis, how much we spent doing some SQL query, and so on and so forth. So it gives us a very nice breakdown, so that we can see immediately where is the bottleneck, what needs to be improved, or if some of the services failed, we see it quite well. But this is a JSON data. At this moment, of course, Zabbix can collect JSON data, but we don't know how to work in an efficient way. And for us, 8.0 release will be really a huge transition from a system that works mostly with the metric data. Metric is just a timestamp and a value and a name, to a system that may work with much more complex data, structured data, data that may have multiple attributes, may have hierarchy within itself. And this is a huge transition. So that, and by structured data, we may understand not necessarily OpenTelemetry. OpenTelemetry, this is only one part. But NetFlow, structured data, SFlow, MDT, even logs, well, you name it. All modern streaming protocols, they all are based mostly on the structured data, on some JSONs, JSON sends over gRCP mostly, and things like that. But how it's going to be implemented? I think, of course, we have to normalize it to some format, and the JSON is a very logical choice. So JSON, we will normalize all this data into JSON. Of course, we must have some kind of listeners who would listen for OpenTelemetry data or NetFlow data, MDT data, or, for example, listen for syslogs. And so on. Then we normalize it into JSON, and then we use this data for visualization, obviously, depending what type of data we have. OpenTelemetry, one type of the visualization, maybe NetFlow, something else. Log files, it's very different. So we have different types of data, and the data will also be used for problem detection for triggers. So, and this is just a mock-up from our dev team. So this is a current mock-up. This is how it may look in Zabbix 8.0. So actually, this is a single OpenTelemetry trace, and then we can see very clearly basically the whole transaction, where most of the time were spent. What service is the most slowest one, what is available, what is not available. So we are already working on it. Yeah, of course you may ask, okay, JSON data, but it's a huge data, huge amount of data. How we are going to store it? Well, it maybe if you use the traditional databases like MySQL, Postgres, even Timescale DB, it may not work well, and I totally agree. It might be a good solution for a smaller systems when we have a small data collection, kind of small size data collection, small scale data collection. But for larger scale, we need to change, or we need to add a new, much more scalable database engine. And right now, we have two good candidates. Could be ClickHouse and Elastic or OpenSearch. Yeah? So this will most likely, 9%, these two will be supported in 8.0 immediately. So and you have a choice what to select. Elasticsearch, most of us know what is Elasticsearch. ClickHouse, it's kind of more modern, maybe more scalable, less resource hungry system. So we'd like to support both. But how will it fit into existing Zabbix architecture, the structure of Zabbix? So yeah, this is how Zabbix looks like now. Zabbix server, Zabbix UI, Zabbix database agent proxy. So it's super simple. But when I when we add another level, the streaming data, and streaming data is really, how to say, we may receive anything. We just subscribe to a stream of data like OpenTelemetry, and we just take all this data and we store it somewhere. There is no information, there is no host, there are no items. It's something different. It's like kind of a bunch of data that needs to be stored. So that we will use the proxies. Initially, we've been considering to implement maybe Zabbix collector, another process which would collect streaming data. But then we realized that proxy is already there and it can do this work. So proxies will listen for streaming data, and proxies will write this data directly to the database. So they will receive data from OpenTelemetry collectors, for example, or from applications directly, and then write it directly to the database, so the data will not be passed through Zabbix server, okay? And it gives us a great level of scalability. So we can deploy as many proxies as we want, yeah? So we can scale on the horizontal level, the number of proxies. And also we use database engines which are also scalable on the horizontal level, yeah? So this part is hugely scalable. And then, of course, the question is, all right, but how we are going to visualize this data, yeah? Because we have another database. Well, super simple. Of course, the visualization part, maybe some specific widgets, will go straight to the history database, where we have all this streaming data. All right? So we have a special widgets for OpenTelemetry visualization, or MDT visualization, NetFlow visualization, and then we grab data from the history database. Okay, the next question is, but what about triggers? Yeah, what about triggers? For triggers, we would need to define the special items that will basically pull data from a history database. Yeah, we will get some aggregates. Yeah, and and then based on these items, we will create trigger data. So this is how it will work in 8.0. Of course, there are so many technical details. I don't want to go deep into it, but this is how it may work on a very high level. So what else? Of course, so it's not, I mentioned AI, complex event processing, collection streaming data, OpenTelemetry, APM, the largest scalability, so those are the biggest parts of 8.0 development. But we are working really hard, and we are very focused on enhancing user experience. And over the years, you can see that maybe there is a difference when you upgrade it from 5 to 6, from 6 to 7. We implemented so much related to visualization, related to maybe better navigation between the different components in Zabbix, and we'd like to continue this way. So 8.0 comes with more accessibility improvements for Zabbix UI. There will be refreshed look and feel. Our UX team is working hard on it. And there will be many kind of smaller improvements across Zabbix UI related to navigation, related how Zabbix looks like, related how all information is interconnected with Zabbix. But one thing I'm really happy about, yeah, and it should have been implemented a long time ago. This is a customizable data views. So for example, if you, oh, thank you very much. All right. Okay, guys. Let's ignore OpenTelemetry, let's ignore complex event processing. This is the thing. Yeah. Okay, yeah. But that's why I have this slide, yeah, because I personally super excited about it. So finally, yeah. It's a shame it hasn't been implemented a long time ago. Yeah, really. yeah, but it's a customizable data view so that we may customize a list of problems, the latest data, and some other views in the Zabbix with columns, resize columns, add columns, and so on. And this thing is important, this tag value, yeah? Maybe it's kind of minor thing here, but it's super important. So tag value, you can specify tag name, and the value of the tag will be kind of displayed in a separate column. Okay, so this is a super cool, and I'm sure this will be extended. This will be extended even more. So we may introduce some options like for formatting, yeah, for different data. Okay. Yeah. So if you look at the way how we typically use Zabbix, of course we may use various applications or kind of notification tools. Some prefer to receive notification, Microsoft Teams. Some wants to have a kind of push notification to his mobile phone or to something else. And then, all right, if I get a push notification, okay, I've got it, and then I bring my laptop, I connect to Zabbix UI, and I do something with this problem. Yeah. So this is a very, very typical way how we used to work with Zabbix. But I'm really, really happy to announce that together with Zabbix 8.0, we are releasing Zabbix mobile application. Zabbix native mobile application. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And of course, it will be the first version of Zabbix mobile application, and we've been thinking, okay, what should be the primary focus? Of course, both iOS and Android will be supported from day one. Yeah, so Android users will be happy, iOS users will be happy. We'll be focused on two things. One is notifications, so push notifications. Another thing is the work with the problems. So it will be easy to say, okay, what kind of problems I have. I can acknowledge this problem, can write some comment, I don't know, increase, decrease the severity of this problem. So it's all about problem management with some easy to use interface. But later on, what we've been thinking about introducing of aggregated view of multiple Zabbix servers. So if you have multiple servers, you may connect a single your Zabbix mobile application to multiple Zabbix to multiple Zabbix instances, and you get aggregated view of problems, for example, from one Zabbix instance and from another Zabbix instance. It may come later. I don't think it will be implemented straight away with the release of Zabbix 8.0, but I'm sure it will be implemented. It will be implemented later. And I think what is important, it will be seamless integration with Zabbix product and Zabbix Cloud. So for example, in order to kind of connect Zabbix mobile application to your instance, okay, there will be some sort of kind of QR code. You scan the QR code, and there will be easy step-by-step way how to enroll Zabbix mobile application. Okay, but sometimes, of course, as I mentioned before, sometimes we may miss some Zabbix functionality. Well, so we want some new visualization, or maybe we want some reporting. So what shall we do if something is missing? But the obvious answer is, well, it's open source, just extend it. Yeah, but this answer is not for everyone, of course. Yeah, absolutely. For most of us, it's not the answer. It's not the right answer. And the truth is that nowadays we have so many great solutions on the market, made by our partners, made by independent developers, which are absolutely not visible to you, to Zabbix users. Yeah. So many great things. I've seen so many great things. And I'll give you just a quick example. Init Max, diamond sponsor of the summit. How many of you knows that there is a Init Max shop when you can buy some widgets? How many of you? Maybe 20? maybe less. Yeah, and it's a shame. Yeah, it's really a shame. There is such a great, and it's not only about InitMax. Yeah, so many partners. The partners our Japanese partners, they have such a great solutions. Partners from Europe, some smaller, again, some independent developers. They develop the super cool visualization for Zabbix, and it's kind of invisible. It's super invisible for us. And speaking about InitMax, there are some cool things like I don't know. It's not here, but for example, the message of the day. So you can put the message of the day, so it's visible for all of you users. Or there are some kind of great ways of changing how dashboards and widgets may look like. Yeah, and some other stuff. And some of the stuff is free, and some is paid. Yeah. So sometimes we can say, okay, Zabbix doesn't support it, but actually, with the help of third-party solutions, Zabbix can easily support it. And this is exactly why we want to introduce next year Zabbix Global Marketplace. We want to connect these solutions, which are created by partners, by independent developers, with Zabbix users. We want them to be visible. So, and it is coming in 2026. So I'm super excited about it. And actually, by the way, we are having a development track at Zabbix Summit. If you want to start developing your widgets and plugins and Agent 2 add-ons, yeah, you may start learning today. So to summarize, in a nutshell, yeah, it's been very busy time. Yeah, we just released Zabbix Academy. Super excited about Zabbix France. Super excited about new features which are coming. Zabbix Cloud, and there will be a talk about Zabbix Cloud today. Don't miss it, from Vladimir. He will talk in more details about Zabbix Cloud and the roadmap of Zabbix Cloud. Zabbix 8.0, so many great things. And it means that, yeah, if you look at the estimated time of arrival, could be, maybe it's still the first quarter of the next year. I'm not so confident about it, to be honest. Yeah, because really we want to deliver kind of a complete solution. It's not like half-baked OpenTelemetry or half-baked something else. No, it should be a really solid product. Yeah, solid product that our users and enterprise users can use immediately. That's why, well, it may take more time. Be prepared and stay tuned for Zabbix mobile application. Again, I'm also extremely excited about it. And Zabbix Marketplace. Yeah, so thank you very much. Thank you.